Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
And tonight we're talking about The Flash!
Season 6, Episode 4, There Will Be Blood.
Well, there will be if you forget what season we in.
I'm sorry, there's so many. Arrow is on Season 8, The Flash is on Season 6, Black Lightning is on Season 3, Supergirl is on Season 5.
Batwoman's on Season 1.
Yeah.
Legends is on Season
5.
5. And we're not gonna get 100th episode.
We'll see.
We're not.
Yeah, we're not.
They're not there.
They're not.
Maybe in Season 6.
Maybe.
If we're lucky.
If they have one.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, The Flash.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good episode.
It was. But what episode of The Flash isn't good, right? I mean, there are some
Season 4.
The entirety of Season 4, aside from the crossover. Yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
Wait, wasn't the crossover of Season 4 Aliens?
I don't even remember. That was 2 seasons ago. Meaning that was 2 years ago.
I know. No, it wasn't Aliens.
That
Aliens
was the one where
Season
Barry and
3.
Iris got married.
Yeah, Aliens was Season 3. Season 4 was Nazis.
Yeah, Season 4 was the SS crap.
Season 4 was the Nazi-controlled Earth of
Yep.
whatever number.
I don't even know.
I don't know. But I thought it was a pretty decent episode.
I did too.
I don't know, like Dr. R, he, I don't know, I'm done with him already.
Yeah.
Like, the actor's doing phenomenal.
He's a good actor.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything that he's in that I've ever thought he did poorly.
I mean, the first time I saw him, because I haven't seen that much of Heroes, was on New Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
When he played the boyfriend of Dr. Sharp.
Yeah.
And then I saw him and then I saw that, like, they were introducing them bad for this season, and I was like, wait, he looks super familiar. And then I'm like, oh, it's the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Every time I think about him, I still want to call him Dr. Marinder Suresh. Mohinder Suresh. That's not Marinder, it's Mohinder.
Yeah.
So, to me, that'll be who he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
There's always going to be, like, even if you see somebody in something else, they're always going to be that one character for you. It doesn't matter what else they play. They will always be that one for you. Because if that was the first time you saw them, then you're always going to associate them with that character.
I mean, that hasn't happened for some people for me.
Yeah.
You know? But for a lot of people, for a lot of characters, for a lot of actors and actresses, that is what happens.
Yeah.
But there are some character roles that, you know, don't embody that person for you.
Yeah.
And maybe it's something they do later on in their life.
Right.
But,
like, for me, I mean, you know, Grant Gustin and Melissa Benoist were both on Glee before they were in these roles.
mm-hmm.
But, like, I'll, of course, still always associate them with Barry and Kara, just because that's the bigger role that they have. They had smaller roles on Glee, but they were still on there, and that was when I was introduced to them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like, I forgot my example, but, you know, that's good too.
Yeah.
You know, so. Right, no, my example. Okay. Supernatural. Dean. Jensen.
Dark Angel.
Yes, my first introduction to him was on Dark Angel. where he played probably my, like, he was amazing. I loved him on it, right?
Yeah.
For me, until I saw him on Supernatural, that was his standout role.
Mm-hmm.
He was Alec, period.
Yeah.
And, like, so much to the point that when I watched Supernatural, I didn't even realize it was the same character that was on Smallville. That it was the same actor. I didn't realize, because when I saw him on Smallville, I thought Alec.
Yeah. Because that was probably, like, right after Dark Angel.
Well, no.
Not right after, but, like...
I mean, it was maybe 6 years after that I saw.
Yeah.
Because Dark Angel came out, like, long time before. And it was only the 1 season, or 2 seasons or something.
Yeah.
But, like...
Because he was on season 4 of Smallville, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that would have been, like, 2005?
Yeah, and Dark Angel was a 90s show.
Yeah.
So, it was, like, a long time between that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw him on Smallville, he was Alec, right?
Yeah.
And then I see him on Supernatural, and I don't even, like...
No, Dark Angel was 2000 to 2002.
Was it?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh. Well, whatever, I don't know. Like, then I see him on Supernatural, and I see this dude who, like, I was like, oh, he looks familiar.
Yeah.
And then I was like, right, he's Alec. And then it just became, no, he's Dean.
Yeah.
Jensen is Dean.
Right.
Playing Supernatural, that was the role that I...
He was also in 12 episodes of Dawson's Creek after Dark Angel, too.
Like, his role on Supernatural is what made me remember his name. That's what, like, I was so into Dean that I actually learned the actor's name.
Yeah, so Smallville, the season he was on was 2004 to 2005.
Yeah.
So it was like a couple years after
It was
Dark
a couple
Angel.
years after.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch season 4 until a long time later.
Yeah.
Because
he was only on the 1 season because he went to Supernatural.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched, I didn't get to season 4 until a long time after it aired. Because I kind of stopped around the time Pete left.
Oh, yeah. Season 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, just FYI, for Legends of Tomorrow, as of season 4, there's only 67 episodes. So, they have the first 8 episodes of season 5 listed on Ep Guides, and that would make it 75. So it has a while before it gets to 100.
Well, at least, it'll be either the last, one of the last couple episodes of not this season, but next season.
Yeah.
So next year, well, I mean, the end of next year.
Yeah.
Or the season after, towards the beginning of the season after. So we've either got a year or 2 years before we get their 100th.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, going back to the character thing, like, Alyssa Milano for me, yeah, Charmed, but like, I first saw her on Who's the Boss. So, as a young girl. So that, I like, when I saw Charmed, I was like, Samantha! You know? But yeah.
Yeah. No. See, for me, the person on, we'll bring it back to the time of year that it is. The person on Halloween Town, Marnie, she looks very similar. If she's not the same person, she looks very similar to the person who was the main girl on Quince.
She was the same girl.
Okay. So,
Kimberly J. Brown.
That's why. Like, when I saw Halloween Town, the first couple times I seen it,
yeah,
like,
I think it's the same person because I saw Quince
too. Like, I assume it's the same person, but I mean,
if you haven't seen Halloween Town, you need to get on that.
Right. But, like, to me, until I seen all of them, maybe 3 times, all the Halloween Town movies, she was still the girl from Quince.
Well, yeah.
even though, like, her bigger role is Halloween Town.
Yeah,
is Marty.
Quince.
Yeah.
And then Halloween Town.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, and
no,
3.
Halloween Town was before. The first Halloween Town was before Quince.
I wasn't really.
No, I know.
Allowed.
But the first Halloween Town came out in 98.
Mm-hmm.
Quince came out in 2000. And then Halloween Town 2 came out in 2001.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I thought, I always saw her as the girl from Quince.
Mm-hmm.
Until maybe my 3rd or 4th run through of the series of Halloween Town.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like...
Well, Lindsay Lohan will always be freaking Parent Trap. I've seen her in other movies, but, like, she will always be Hallie and Annie.
Yep.
From the Parent Trap.
Yep. Yeah. So, like, he'll always be Dr. Mohinder Suresh. This Dr. R person doesn't really... he doesn't do it for me.
I really wanted to meet Sue.
Right?
Like, I just want Ralph to be happy.
He almost gave up on Sue.
And
you guys.
Your wife. He's like, it's not like I'm looking to get married. And I'm like, psh. Foreshadowing at its finest.
The moment he said that, I was staring at the screen so intently. I was like, how were any of them freaking keeping a straight face right now? Like, how many takes did that one have? Like,
I don't know.
I would have busted up each time.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Knowing what I know about the comics for those characters, I would have just been like...
Yes.
And let me just say that the scene with Joe and Barry almost got me.
Yeah.
I was not letting myself, but it almost did. I could feel it starting, but I'm like, nope. I'm just gonna watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. I legit had beads of tears in the corner of my eyes.
Yeah.
Like, I could tell that if it went on for, like, maybe, like, even 30 more seconds...
I would have started
It
crying.
would have started to roll down. Because, like, I was, like, this watching. So, like, the tear was, like, right here and right here. And I was, like, 30 more seconds and I'm going to have it dripping down in my other eye, I swear.
Yeah. And I was just, like, trying to look away and, like, distract myself, but I could, like, feel my eyes starting to well up, but I wasn't crying.
Right? I was like, look, anywhere but Joe's face. Anywhere but Joe's face.
I know. I was like, if I keep looking at him, I'm just going to start sobbing.
Right? And then I could not look at him.
Like, him and Barry. I was like, I can't.
Well, Barry wasn't very emotional about it, because he's he's already
but Joe was like...
Yeah.
That almost broke me. I was just like, oh, man. Like...
Yeah.
That was a really great acting scene from both of them.
It was.
Like... Gosh,
I'm just not ready, Bear. I can't.
Grant is so freaking good at that kind of stuff. Like, I've said that before, but he is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know very many people that can do that in acting. I mean, Jensen probably can too.
I mean, Jennifer can't.
Even if she made it look a little bit more convincing on the This Is Us episode.
Only slightly.
Only slightly.
Because like, that scene, like, I could tell, like, I knew what you were talking about when you said she wasn't as bad. Like, I could see that. But then I was also like, no, that was bad.
Yeah.
Because, like, we just got done seeing Joe and Barry.
Right.
And I'm, like, going... Girl.
Yeah. Like, after rewatching it after seeing that scene, I totally understand. But because I watched that before I saw The Flash, I was like, she's okay. She's a little bit better. Like, I can deal with this, you know, I can handle it.
I still can't not see Emma.
And then I see The Flash and I'm just like, really? You're phenomenal. Like, I bow down to you.
And then we rewatch that scene and you're like, this is Garbo.
I mean, putting her up against Justin Hartley, sure, why not?
No, she cannot get with the Arrow. She can't get with my first Green Arrow crush.
He's still hot.
He's still freaking fine as hell.
He is. He walked out of the room of, like, his bedroom on his, because he has a trailer. Mm-hmm. And he, like, walked out of there and he was shirtless. And I'm just like, okay. Stay that way. That's good.
Yes. You know what would have been better? Is if he walked out of it and just like my amazing man on Criminal Minds. You know, like just getting out of the shower, having that towel wrapped around his waist. Woo! And it helped even more that man was in his prime when he did it. I mean, if he did it now, he'd still look fucking fine as hell. But I mean,
yeah.
Okay, we need to change the subject.
No, but like, yeah, I mean, that was a really, really great scene.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah,
like I would have started if it had gone on longer. Because, like, I was watching him and I'm like, I don't know how much longer I can keep it in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cry.
I was watching going, she better not turn around and look at me. She better not turn around and look at me.
I was just looking that way and, like, looking up and, like, around. And
no, like, I know. I was watching you at the same time.
And I'm just like, okay, you know. I'm like, stop! I almost said stop! Like, I can't.
I know.
Joe!
Like, the moment Cecile said, like, no, I'm okay, you stay. Like, the moment he touched her and the look on her face, like, I was just like, I don't want to cry. Why are you going to make me... Like, I knew right away. Yeah. I was like, this is going to happen.
Right.
I was ready for it, but it did not prepare me. My preparedness was not up to standard.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to get that emotional.
Oh,
I was just like...
I mean, I knew it was going to get...
Yeah.
You know, it was... I was like, I need to prepare myself.
Right, but you can never prepare yourself. Like, you think you're prepared, but then it comes and you're just like, son of a bitch, I was not ready for that. I thought I was, but I was clearly not.
I experienced that with stuff I've already seen.
Like,
so I already know how much it's going to get me, and I prepare myself, and I've never prepared enough.
Right. Like, you rewatch it, and you're just like, it was worse this time. It was, like, it got to me just as much this time as it did the first time I saw it.
Like Doctor Who. Like, when Tennant finally leaves, I cry every time.
Well, we'll cry together, because I'll probably cry, too.
It was so touching. And then, like, when Amy and Rory leave, I cry every time. Ugh. And then when I watch Tiger Cruise from Disney Channel.
There's nothing wrong with crying over a Disney Channel movie.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't. Tiger Cruise was a super emotional movie.
It was.
It was really good.
It is. Oh my gosh, I cry every time. At different points throughout the movie. It's like, I'll cry at this moment, and then that moment. And I'm like, I've seen this movie a bajillion times.
It doesn't matter. Every time I see It's a Wonderful Life, I just start crying, sobbing. Like the message of that movie just, I can't. Mm-hmm. Like, and there's other TV shows where like every time I watch it, like a certain scene or a certain episode, I'm just like, yep, here it is.
I was watching The King's Avatar, okay, on Netflix, so the live action version, okay, because there's an anime version. Yeah. But on Netflix they only have the live action. Mm-hmm. And I was watching that, and like, there's these moments when you're just so proud of them that it's like, everything they've been through, and then it's like, they finally do something amazing with all of their training, and you're like, oh my gosh, because while they're doing that something amazing, you have the other characters on the other side of the glass going, like, they're having, like, this flashback moment of how bad they used to be, and then you're like, they've grown so much!
The last time I cried, like, over a TV show, like, legit cried over a character or a couple or whatever, was what they did on Veronica Mars. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, last time I legit cried over a character, it was
with the TV show. With the movie, it was freaking Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that's the last time I cried in a movie. The last time I cried on a TV show was probably Doctor Who.
Because, like, let me tell you, I was sobbing with Endgame.
I was too, with the tears.
Because I wasn't prepared. Like, I knew someone was gonna die. And I didn't want it to be him.
I wanted it to be him because I don't like him.
Well, because I was hearing it was like Cap or like somebody else, and so I was...
Well, I mean, like, technically, I guess you can say Cap dies in this movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't,
but the way that they did it with Tony was what got me. Because I'm just like... I'm like... But he's doing this to save everyone. Like, he's sacrificing himself. He knows that the radiation from this is going to kill him, but he's still gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Can't even. Like.
And I'm trying to think, like, I don't know if I cried on the Buffy finale. I liked it, but I don't know if I cried.
I might have. I teared up the first time I saw it.
I might have.
But not after the first time. I cry on The Gift, though.
That one is...
Like, I'll skip the glory crap and go right to, like, when
the
she's
ending.
telling Dawn goodbye.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Yeah.
Go!
Yeah. No, I know. That was hard. That was hard to watch.
And then watching them all, like, realize that's her dead body on that pile. Yeah. Willow's reaction.
I cried when I watched the Scrubs finale.
I haven't watched Scrubs.
That made me cry. I might have cried a little bit with Buffy. I don't even know. I think I did a little bit. It wasn't like full on.
Right. Like teared up.
Yeah. Usually if I cry over a TV show, it's because of like I see the person that I'm watching is crying, or it's like or it's like something really angsty with like a couple that I like, and like it just gets to me or something. But otherwise I usually don't. Like, there's been times on, like, This Is Us or New Amsterdam where I've, like, teared up. Because it's, like, just so moving in that moment. But usually it's, like, a character or a couple.
Yeah. So. I mean, recently, like, on an anime, I think I teared up while watching Citrus. Like, the relationship in that... It's so touching. I can't, you guys. Like, that's the first anime that as soon as the series ended, because I know there won't be another one, I went straight looking for the manga. And I downloaded a damn app and I'm reading the manga. Because I can't get enough of their love.
Well, I can pretty much tell you right now that I will probably cry when Supernatural ends.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah.
Like, I will probably be crying during the series finale.
I won't be watching that live, but when I finally get to it, I probably will be crying as well.
Yeah.
Like, even though I don't watch it anymore, it's like the idea that it's ending has touched me so much that I ended up watching a lot of Supernatural YouTube videos today.
That's why you sent me that thing about Ruby.
Yes.
I mean, I still laughed, but I was like, there were 2 Rubies.
Yeah.
There was Genevieve, who's Jared's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And there was...
That was second Ruby.
And that was... Yeah, and there was
first
Katie
Ruby
Cassidy.
was Katie... Yeah. So, like, I was, like, hella laughing because she looks so different.
She does, yeah.
That I didn't recognize her until she made that face that I took a picture of and sent to you.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's Laurel!
No, but, like, I mean, even though it's like not as good as it used to be, it's still Supernatural, and it still has meant so much to so many people.
It's still something that most of us who've watched it have at least sunk in 14 years of our life into.
Yeah. Like, I didn't start watching it until 2014.
But, I mean, 14 years worth of show.
Yeah.
You sunk your life into.
Right. Like, I watched 9 seasons worth of it when I first started.
Yeah.
And then I've watched 10 through the current season live. So.
Yeah.
So, I mean, any show you invest your time in is going to mean something to you.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that scene was super emotional.
It was.
And, I mean, I feel like the episode in general was, and it was supposed to be a Halloween episode.
It wasn't very Halloween-y.
I mean, the only thing Halloween about it was the freaking, like...
Killer Frost line.
Yeah, and the zombie, like, people that Ross, or whatever his name is.
Dr. R.
Yeah. Was feeding off of.
Yeah. We were discussing it, and we figured that it actually reminded us of an episode of Supernatural.
Yeah, and Stranger Things, and The Walking Dead, but I don't watch The Walking Dead. So.
I mean, The Walking Dead don't have black eyes.
No. Mainly Supernatural and Stranger Things, that's what it reminded me of.
I haven't seen Stranger Things yet. I know, don't yell at me. Okay? It's going to happen, just not right now. I have too much.
Oh, I understand. Believe me. I want to start Warehouse 13, but I don't have time right now. I legit do not.
What you need to do is get with that friend that you were watching, like, Angel and Buffy with.
Yeah.
And watch Eureka and Warehouse 13. So when they do the crossovers, you're not confused.
Yeah. She didn't want to watch that, though, because I suggested it.
I would suggest us, but we're already watching things.
I just don't want it to get taken off IMDb TV. That's what I worry about.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I love how Caitlin just, I'm sorry, Frost.
Yeah.
Said, and then he'll make a withdrawal. Just like, he's gonna withdraw. Like,
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yep. Oh.
And you're right, Ralph should be the leader.
Yes.
Just because Cisco is Barry's best friend doesn't mean he should lead
He doesn't have the quality.
Lead Team Flash.
Yeah.
And I don't like the fact that he was, like, willingly going to just lie to him about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yes, I know he doesn't want to stop and he wants to save him because that is who he is.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to lose him. I get it. I understand. But, like, you have to just not accept it necessarily, but you have to be prepared for the idea that he might not make it.
Right. Like, the whole thing I have about Cisco being the leader is that even when Cisco had powers, when Barry was no longer able to be there, Cisco wasn't the one that was put in charge.
No, Ralph was.
Exactly. And he did a damn fine good job.
Yeah, and he'd be even better now because he's a better developed character now.
Yeah.
And he's
matured.
He's matured, and he is just a better part of the team.
Right? And I think a leader should lead their team into battle. You know? Like, a leader doesn't sit in the sidelines. And I'm sorry, but Cisco doesn't have his powers.
No, he doesn't.
He's not going to lead anyone into battle.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a scientist. Yeah, he can, like, invent things. He can fix things. But
he can't make split-second field decisions if he's not on the field.
Yeah.
Like,
and based off how he is, he would have a really hard time, you know, with death or with dealing with, like, those tough decisions that Barry was trying to help him realize and teach to him.
Yeah. When Ralph already made those tough decisions in season 4 when he was the leader.
Yeah.
He had to deal with his mom being psychotic. And...
yeah.
Or was it his mom being psychotic? No, that was this season. We just met his mom. With the trickster's wife. And so the current trickster, his mom being psychotic.
Yeah.
I knew it was a mom. But the trickster Jr.'s mom being psychotic.
Yeah.
And, like, with acid and stuff. He had to deal with that stuff. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I think that, like, I'm sorry, but probably both of us, I should say, are on the Ralph defense squad. Like, we support him. We'll defend him as a character because, yeah, like, he might have started off as not being that great, but they've definitely developed his character, and he's matured a lot, and he's in a good place to where he could lead the team.
Yeah.
So
I believe in his abilities.
Haters gonna hate, but I like Ralph, so.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward to him and Sue because it's comic canon. And I want to see him with someone.
Yeah.
Because I think he would be really good with somebody.
He deserves it.
He deserves that. He's had a lot happen in his life.
Yeah, like...
he deserves some happiness for a change.
He was going, like... he had some sort of relationship with the like, during the season with the Thinker.
Yeah.
That was 5, right?
No. Yeah.
Because 4 was Savitar.
Yeah. F Savitar.
Yeah. And then the Thinker, like, possessed her and killed her.
Yeah.
But, like, so he's, like, we've already explored the reason why he doesn't deal with love feelings. But he was doing that. He was getting over that with her, and then he lost her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, he just
and then when his mom said,
happy.
when she came last week, like, made him, you know, fearful about love and everything. And so he just, you know, if he opens his heart, like, he could,
Yep.
And I mean, them bringing Sue on only means that it's, like, you know, gonna be something that's gonna end up being Endgame. Because it's canon.
Yep.
So.
And we know that this new person is a stickler for fucking canon.
Yes. The showrunner. The new showrunner.
Fuck canon. If he's really gonna do that with Iris, fuck canon.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want her from the future.
I don't either.
That's gonna totally fuck up everything.
Like I was saying, if you already have a character or a couple established, and you bring in new people, and they're like, oh, we're just gonna break them up, or we're just gonna change this character for no freaking reason other than they just feel like doing it, or because it's fan service and they think the fans will like it more if they do that than if they have the current thing that's going on.
Yeah, because, fans prefer Hook.
Yeah. I mean, Colin O'Donoghue, yeah, I'm sure he's very attractive.
I think he was more attractive than the other ones.
But just because he was more attractive than Michael Raymond James doesn't necessarily mean they have to put Emma with him.
Mm-hmm.
She could still be with Neil.
Yep. Or August.
Like, it shouldn't be all about looks, okay? It should be about who they should truly be with.
Yeah.
And Emma and Neil were true love.
Mm-hmm.
They created Henry.
Yeah. They created the heart of the truest believer.
I'm still bitter.
Hashtag forever bitter.
Yes.
Forever.
Yes. Same with
freaking... Never going to live it down.
No, same with Veronica Mars. That show is dead to me. He ruined that whole show for me now. So thank you. Thank you for that. And he wasn't even a new showrunner. He was the person who created the show from the beginning and just decided to be like, oh, I think Veronica just should be traumatized all the time and not have a happy ending, so I'm going to kill off her love interest. Yeah, well, F you.
Mm-hmm. Probably not going to finish the show now, so.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. Like, I needed to find something to cut. You just helped me. It's not my first time hearing about it. Like, I've known, so I've had time to make the decision.
I found out about it before. Like, okay, because they released it early. Like, she wanted it to come out early. It was supposed to come out, like, later in July. But at Comic-Con, like...
It came out for her birthday.
Yeah. And so as soon as it came out, people started, like, binging it or whatever. Because it's only 8 episodes, season 4. And, like... I went on Twitter and, like, my friend Andrea was like, I know what happens. Like, and then I read in an article and it had this spoiler for it. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, and people were all upset. And I'm like, why are they upset? They were putting these gifs of, like, crying and, like, those reaction gifs. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I just decided to be like, look, I'm going to find out. And so I did. And I was just really upset.
Yep.
So... But, I mean, I don't want that to ruin her character. Because she's been established for 6 seasons as the character that she currently is. Mm-hmm. And
they've already, like, with all the story they've already done with her and her family, they've established these are her fucking parents.
Yeah. Oh, and also during the scene with Joe and Barry, like, for a lot of the, like, most of the scene, I was thinking, and to think... For all this time, we thought it was going to be Joe that was going to die. But now he's actually almost going to lose Barry, who's like a son to him.
He's going to lose the person he mentored.
Yeah, instead of the mentee losing the mentor.
Right. It's going to be the mentor losing the mentee.
Yeah. So I was just like, imagine, But, I mean,
at this point, Joe's not really the mentor anymore.
He's not. But,
I think that kind of makes him safe.
Yeah, it does. But, he'll always have that connection and that bond with him.
Yeah, he's his dad.
And because of what Barry was saying. Like, when Barry was saying all that stuff about Joe, I almost started. Like, I was this close. I was like... No! Mm-hmm. I'm like, you're gonna say that because of him, all this stuff, and I was like, stop!
Yeah.
I can't.
Nope.
Can't take it anymore.
Yeah, it was hard. It was really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, we saw previews for next episode. which I was a little bit confused because I couldn't hear it all.
Yeah.
Because you were doing something loud.
Sorry. I know. I was explaining to you about Arrow.
Oh. No, Black Lightning.
No, that was before we even started watching The Flash.
Right.
I was telling you, as the promo was going, like, that I didn't get all of Arrow or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But it looks like...
It's probably on YouTube.
It looks like we're getting, Cynthia's, dad back.
Yeah.
And, Machete is returning!
Yes!
But Cisco seems to be having a breakdown. Like, he's in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like Machete is saying basically, like, well, when a vibe person, whatever they call themselves,
Yeah.
like, neglects their power. And I'm like going, he didn't neglect his power, he got rid of it.
Yeah.
So, is he actually rid of his power? Or is it just laying dormant within him and is reawakening?
I don't know. Guess we'll find out. And then freaking Nash Wells.
Yeah.
He's an adventurer.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was down in the sewer, I'm just like, Ninja Turtles.
Oh my gosh, when he, like, activated that chip thing,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, the monitor was, like, shown walking.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he doing?
Right.
Like, we've already pretty much established this version of Wells is not Pariah.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, I think it's pretty cool that he's playing two characters.
Right.
Because Tom Cavanaugh is just awesome.
He is.
So, getting to see him more than once in another role is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just always makes it really, really enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
Whether he's Harrison Wells or Harry or Eobard or whatever, he always does a good job with it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Pariah, let's talk about, for a moment, we're leaving Flash. And we're going back to last week. At the end of Arrow. Where Lila fucking gave what the Monitor wanted to the Monitor.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Our version of Lila is freaking Harbinger? Like,
I don't know how you say it.
What? Like, so after this, is Lila even gonna be on the show anymore?
I don't know. I mean, the show's ending, though.
Well, I mean, like, because... Yes, Arrow itself is ending. But it's the side characters that always made appearances on the other show.
Like Diggle and stuff.
Right, and Lila's done,
Yeah.
So, are we losing Lila?
I don't know. I just know that after the crossover, a lot of things are going to change.
Yeah. But, I mean, Lila wasn't raised by the Monitor.
Maybe that Lila was.
That's our Lila. Unless the Monitor fucking kidnapped our Lila and replaced it with some other Lila.
Maybe.
That's a lot of Lila.
Like, honestly, the only reason I'm watching the last season of Arrow is because it's all connected to the crossover.
Right.
If it wasn't, I wouldn't be watching it.
Right. But what I'm saying is connected to the crossover.
Yeah.
So it's just like... What?
Well, we still have to watch tonight's episode.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'm just bringing that up because of Pariah and this
know.
Wells hunting the Monitor.
He's like an Indiana Jones. I love it.
Why is he hunting the Monitor?
I have no freaking idea.
Like, we've been told that his arc this season is going to be, like, a romantic one, or something along that line, because he's a very romantic character.
Wells?
Yeah. So, like, part of me is wondering if he came from an Earth that's already, like, that the Monitor already went to try and find heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe his wife on one of those Earths was, a hero or something.
Maybe.
And she died trying to, complete the Monitor's quest or whatever. Just like when last season's crossover was being teased and we saw the death of all those heroes. Maybe she was actually out there on that field.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so he's hunting the Monitor down.
Maybe.
Like,
I don't know.
Anyways, that's...
I'm so confused.
My mind, I can't right now.
You can't even.
I can't. That's pretty much all I have.
Yeah, same. I mean, it was a good episode.
Yeah.
And next week looks interesting.
It does.
The promo's not up yet, but when it is, we'll watch it again.
Yeah. So I guess until next time,
keep believing in the impossible.